This is Conversation with God with Neil Donald Walsh. Now you know who's Neil?
Yeah.
Who is he?
He's from my class.
Yes.
And he's penguins. And
Yes.
and remember how he looked, Neil.
So Neil, he is a grown-up, and he didn't have much fun in his life because he didn't know who he was. He didn't have a good relationship with his wife and with his children, and he didn't have work. And he says here, he writes here all about it, and he says that he used to write down what he's thinking. And at one point, he said, I decided to write down to God and ask God, why all this life I'm not happy? It's a real story. It was in 1992, many years before you were born. So he was writing to God, why am I not happy with my life?
Where's the mommy and her daddy?
His mommy and his daddy, I think, lived in a different place. So they couldn't help him
Or you couldn't help him.
because he didn't ask for the help. So God told him, do you really, really, really want to know? So he said, yes, I want to know why I'm not happy. So God said, okay, I'm going to tell you. So the first question that Neil asked God is, how do you speak to people and to whom do you speak? Because grown-up think that God is speaking only to special people, or God stopped speaking 2,000 years ago. So do you speak to...
I let him to behave to me.
Be what?
I let him to don't fight people.
Neil don't fight people. He's not fighting people, he's helping them. So he asked God, how do you speak to people? And God said, you know, I don't speak to people mostly, but I communicate.
What did I do speak?
You know, like you were reading with Mommy the book with the picture, and this is book with only words, you see? So God's saying, if you speak with words, people misunderstand you, because words are not direct. So God
say you speak pictures and then you know understand.
Exactly. God say, I speak to all people, everyone. The question is who listens, not to whom I speak, because God is speaking to everyone. Now, many adults don't know it, but in truth, God is speaking to many people, but He doesn't speak with words.
Why He didn't speak with words?
Because words are open to misinterpretation. If you say one thing, some people can understand it in one way, and other people can understand it in a different way. But if you show a picture, it's much more easy to understand. So God usually speaks with pictures and with emotions.
And why He speak pictures and emotions?
Because pictures and emotion are direct representation of the message. Now, tell me, Yael, what is the difference between thoughts? Because you know it, because you're a child.
I know it. Don't read books anymore, just want to play snap cards.
Okay.
Let's play snap cards.
Let's play
So you
snap
need to
cards.
sit on your bottoms on the
Yes.
floor.
Okay, and we'll play snap cards.
You got one of those because you said it first, okay?
And now I give you some.